friends, welcome into my channel. Today is Mass Make Monday, and I thought we would make some journal cards from some index cards, 4x6 journal cards that I coffee dyed a long time ago. I have no idea when I did it, but it's been a long time. And I have a really pretty kit here that, again, I downloaded, I don't even know when. And I've always meant to use it, and I hadn't used it yet. It's from TripleVVintage, and it's the Eco Dyed Kit number 1. So I thought it would be fun to make just a whole bunch of journaling cards to get your ephemera stash built up. So if that's something you think you'd be interested in, stick around and we'll get started. All right, you guys, my name is Shary. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for crafting with me today. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up when you come into the video and ring that notification bell so that you never miss a new upload. So let's get to going. These are already pre-cut, so we don't have to worry about these. Now, you're asking yourself, what in the world is that contraption there in front of you? Well, this is my really fun guillotine I found at an estate sale. It's not huge, but, you know, it's fun and it's kind of, what's the word for it? Vintagey. So I really like using it. Now I'm going to cut down. I've already figured, let's count how many we have of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay. So I've already figured I could fit about 3 per page on here. So let's go ahead and just start with a few. I'm not even going to pick. I'm just going to randomly select a few because they're all beautiful. And they can all be used in various ways. But I can cut the short end off of these with my guillotine, but I do have to change to my other trimmer to cut the long end off. So here we go. What did you all do over the weekend? I hope you all had a wonderful weekend. That's not quite enough. And I hope you're all having a wonderful day. I did not ask you, how is everybody today? I hope you're well. I am doing good myself. It's a little bit cloudy out today, so we might get a little bit of a rain. We're supposed to get some wind, maybe a slight chance of rain, but where we live, rain is very, very rare. I mean, it's not rare. We got a lot of rain last year. Got a ton of rain last year, which was really good. But we also had a lot of flooding last year too, this last summer. And there was a lot of damage to a lot of areas due to all that rain. And I hear we're supposed to have a wet, will this fit now? Nope, won't fit now. Okay, let's do a couple more. Here we're supposed to have an El Nino year again this year, but I don't know. We'll see. We are in, if you've never watched my channel or you haven't heard me mention this before, we are in California in the Eastern Sierras. So if you're familiar with Yosemite, most people are. We are probably maybe, let's see, 60, 70, 80, 90 miles maybe south of the east entrance to Yosemite. So yeah, so we are here in the, it's also called the high desert. That's what it's referred to by a lot of people. And as you know, California has, of course, been in a drought, as has a lot of states for that matter. I guess we don't need that, but this one I'm just gonna, I hope my trimmer doesn't act up on me. Try to stay right in frame here. Keep my head out of the shot would be good for you guys. We have hockey games to go to. Our youngest grandkids, Aspen is 4 and Ryder just turned 7. And they both, this is their first year of hockey, roller hockey. So Aspen has, well, she has dance after school, and then at 5, she has hockey. And then at 6, not my youngest, second to youngest grandson, Ryder, the one that just turned 7, he has hockey at, looks like I forgot a side there. He has hockey at 7, so roller hockey. My bigger two, Harper and Gavin, they play roller and ice hockey, both, but the littles will just play roller hockey to start. So yeah, that's always fun. I always enjoy watching my kiddos play, you know how that goes. Makes the grandmas proud. I tell you, my dogs are always getting into my stuff, and I was filming a video, the video you'd see on Friday, you saw on Friday, Crafty Fun Friday. And on my craft cart, I have some of this stuff hanging in, the little round things that it comes in. Well, every now and then, these little sneakers get some of that, and I don't know that they've stole it, and I go out and they've got it unraveled all over the couch and everywhere. So yeah, they did that to me when I was filming my last video. They did. All right, glue book at the ready, glue pages at the ready, glue sticks at the ready because I'm in between, and I may do the method that I've seen a lot of people do. I've seen Rachel do it, where they take and wet glue or glue stick in the center and then wet glue around the edge, just so you don't go through so many book pages. And I don't want to get glue all over my desk either. So what you want to do now, being as how I said these are pre-coffee dyed, just determine what side you want covered and which side you don't. And they're perfect for journaling cards because they're already, there's cardstock, what did I say? Index cards. So we can get, if we go this way, we can get 3 cards per page. So that's what I'm going to shoot for. I like the look on that side, so I probably glue that side. So, okay. And then we'll just do all these and we'll turn them over and we'll cut them because we won't really know exactly what they're going to look like. But anyhow, let's get to rolling. What's the weather like in your part of the country? So we've got like a 35% chance of rain, which is not a huge percentage by any means, but it's better than nothing, that's for sure. Actually, I think I'll just do the glue stick. If it starts coming up and I have a problem, then I will switch to the wet glue as well. But it does make a bit of a mess on your glue paper, that's for sure. I get that right to the edge. I hope I'm not out of frame there. I should glue over here. That would be the better thing to do, wouldn't it? That way I don't have to get out of frame with you guys. keep y'all right there. Let me get my smoosher moosher. So yeah, you can make these really quick and easy. Quick, easy journal cards. These are so pretty. The thing about these is they're so pretty, you don't even really have to do a lot of decorating on them if you don't want. Or you could just add some like nature type embellishments, some butterflies or birds or whatever, but being the eco dyed, they're just gorgeous. Okay, now we'll come in over here and line this one up right there. Okay, and you could do this for tags too, this same method. Let's see, what side do we want to? Doesn't really matter. I think I want that side to show, so I'll glue this side. Can you believe it's almost Thanksgiving, you guys? I cannot believe it myself. And I am not in any way, shape, or form mentally prepared or anything for Christmas yet. Get it as close as I can, so we don't want to waste any of this if we can help it. There. While I'm doing these, I'm going to stick a pretty good size book over here. I'm going to stick on top of these pages just off to the right here, just to sort of keep them flat. Yeah, just to flatten them a bit. So there we go. It doesn't cover the whole page, but at least while they're drying, it'll help keep them a little bit flatter. Now this one, we did forget an edge. So how did we forget those ones? Well, let's go with these ones then. What did I do? I didn't do a very good job of getting edges off, guys. What the heck is my problem? One might ask themselves. Ooh, that's a pretty one, isn't it? Very pretty. And on this one, they're both about the same, but I think I'll glue this one down. Can't decide if I want to make another Christmas journal or not. Still working on my tall document journal, document style journal. My Roxy Creations. And I've done a Joey Card Maker December daily. So I don't know. The thing is, I don't have a lot of Christmas stuff as far as ephemera. I mean, I do, I can make it. I just don't have a lot pre-made already. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say. And trying not to get my head in the shot as well. If you have a corner lifting up, just give it a little glue and you're good to go. This one, ooh, they're both kind of cool. Neither one's really better than the other. I can think of a lot of fun ways to embellish these. I'm going to have to print more of these out. I think my intent when I got this kit, when I printed it out, was to make some journals with it. So I may have to go back in and reprint and do some journals, because I could certainly use this ephemera in them. And then we'll have little offcuts from some of this as well. I'm going to put those over there so that I can keep stacking these under the book. Okay. This one has clean edges. Oh, I like both of those. I do. I think this glue stick is just about seen better days. It's funny, I think the coffee is kind of coming off on it. Okay. Quick and easy. And of course you could make these into pockets as well. I'm going to toss this glue stick because it is a dunner. Yeah, you could make pockets. It doesn't have to be journal cards. I just thought of the shape of them as journal cards. Both of those are nice. Doesn't really matter. Yeah, you could make pockets. You could do all kinds of things with these. Pockets, journal cards, you could cut them up into tags. There's really a lot of things you could do once you have the bases made. That's the main thing, is just get that base made and you're good to go. I hope we can come up with some fun things for our Mass Make Mondays that will help inspire you to make some ephemera ahead. And really, this is born out of the fact that a lot of times I don't have much ephemera made up ahead of time, and I wish I did. So I'm really in an effort to get various types or just basic ephemera that you could then add to, depending on the project you're working on or the journal. You could just add the embellishments at the time, because it's going to be different depending on what type of project or journal you are making, which makes sense. Come on, glue stick there. That one went a little bit over, but that's okay. Little corner there, perhaps, that I missed. This is a dry, wet one, but it's good enough. Set that one there under the book. We'll get rid of this glue page. And let's just toss that one there. A lot of my scraps that I toss over here, you guys, I end up using in my fireplace. That one's just a little bit off. I think we can. Yeah, I use them like when I start fires in the morning or whatever for my kindling, and it works fine. Because mostly what I put into my into this trash bin here is paper. Every now and then there'll be like plastic from products or things like that. But when I'm pulling paper and pieces of paper that I didn't save for other projects out, if there's plastic or anything, foam, rubber, or anything obviously like that, I don't throw it in the fireplace. But I do if it's just paper scraps and that kind of thing. I mean, I save a lot of scraps, but some of them, like these, when you cut the, you know, the white parts off of these, I'm not going to save all those. I have enough trouble finding room for what I have, let alone anything else. I'm going to glue that just because of that. We're going to glue that side down. Comic dogs were just on a tear earlier. They were playing and running and barking and hollering and stealing my stuff. And ugh, crazy dogs. Willow they're both Chiweenies. And Max will be 7 this December, and Willow turned 1 in July. But she's really good for him. She has really been good for him. There's days he probably would argue that, but he does love his sister. And they're both good with the grandkids. I'd say she's better. He has a seizure disorder. And so there's this thing called rage syndrome. And sometimes, like if he's sound asleep under a pile of blankets or something and you come up on him and like startle him, he'll sort of do that chihuahua kind of snap kind of thing. So all my older grandkids know, if Max is sleeping under blankets, leave him alone. Don't mess with him. It's just the littler ones that are still having to learn that. But Willow, she doesn't have I've never seen her exhibit 1 ounce of anything toward anybody, but she is a dog, so they still have to be supervised and watched for sure, but they're good. She's yellow and he's black and tan. We used to have, if you don't know where my name came from, we used to have a black and tan shepherd mix. And then we had a black and tan mini dachshund. And then we got Max, who's black and tan, shortly before our shepherd mix passed. And so at one point in time, we had the 3 black dogs. And my brand for my candle business has been Black Dog Designs for a long time, many, many years. But after Sammy passed away, I wanted to change my YouTube name to Black Dog Designs. And so that is where Black Dog Designs came from. Because at one time we had 3 black dogs. And I just kept it there, and everybody knows my candles as Black Dog Designs, so it's just stuck. So yeah, so this is going along pretty quickly. And within a matter of not that long, we'll have several bases for, ooh, that's a nice one. Several bases for either tags or journal cards or pockets. Some of them I'm putting glue on, some of them wet glue, some of them I'm not. So as I said, if any of the corners end up coming up, I'll just glue them down with good old art glitter glue. Can't go wrong with art glitter glue. Okay, that's a cool one, yeah. That's my preferred glue. I do like the glue stick for certain things. I use the Fabri-Tac a lot for fabric and things like that. But the glue I reach probably for the most is my art glitter glue. I have not tried that new frog. Isn't it frog something? I looked it up on Amazon, I think. But I haven't purchased it because I pre-buy my my art glitter glue because you know, they won't ship it when it gets to a certain temperature. And so usually late in the summer or fall, before it starts to get hot, I will order plenty of art glitter glue to get through the winter. And then I'll stock back up and usually make 2 or 3 different orders throughout the summer so that I can be sure and have plenty for the colder months. So pretty sure I'm set on art glitter glue. I mean, if not, there's always other glues and I would be able to get projects done, but I think I've got plenty. One we're only going to get 2 because we're down to just 2 of these. So that reminds me, now I will have to make more coffee dyed postcards. I like that side. So yeah, we'll do that. And I don't really do anything special when I coffee dye. I use instant coffee and sometimes regular leftover coffee. Sometimes I dry them in the dryer, in the oven, and then sometimes if it's nice enough, the last batch of coffee dyed paper and cabbage dyed paper that I made was nice enough, I was able to dry it just outside on my porch on the table. But now that it's getting cooler, I'm not quite sure. You know what? That's going to overlap for some reason. So I'm just going to put this one right here. Call that one good. Okay. Get that glue off of there. So now that we've got these, I'm going to set that just to, so we've got all these made now. 17 we counted, right? 17 eco-dyed cards. We've still got more paper left, and I am a gluey mess, of course. Let me get some of this glue off my fingers. And I think what we're gonna do is, so that we kind of have a little surprise as to what we're getting, we're gonna take this cutter. Go at the bottom of the stack because that's the driest. And I'm gonna go just get these out of the way. Let me clean this up. Let me get a wet wipe. If I can find it, it's buried under here. Well, I've had 2 successful days. If you saw maybe 2 videos ago, I told you I broke a really nice lampshade type lamp that I have. Knocked that over, shattered that, tripped on a piece of rug on my front porch, banged up my knees, and I've been pretty sore. I was telling my husband I was sore after that. Oh, ladies, we don't bounce that well anymore. Okay, so what I'm going to do on this one, just gonna line it up right there, cut straight across, line that up. I'm gonna bring you down because I have a feeling you are out of focus. Bring you down here. Let me see where you can see best. I think if I come from up here, yeah. Okay. Sorry, I just had to check and see where you would be able to see me best cutting. So just stack these up. This looks like a pretty good spot. And if it's not exactly even, you can clean it up with your scissors too. Don't worry too much about that. Bottom, because that was the next one that we did. Okay. here, right there. Ooh, see, sometimes my cutter does that. Almost tears it. I don't know why. This particular could be the blade. Doesn't do it all the time, but it does it sometimes. It's like it gets mad at me and it does it. It's got them. I'm going to save these scraps of the eco-dyed paper. I'm not going to save the real skinny ones, but I'll save like these size. Well, you cooking at home for Thanksgiving, or are you going to family and friends? I'm not exactly sure what we're going to do yet. I don't know. Sometimes my mother-in-law is gone for Thanksgiving. She goes to my brother-in-law's house and spends some time during the holidays. But I'm not completely sure if she's going to do that this year. So I don't know if we'll do something here at our house if she's home. Last year we went to some friends, which we did talk about that on our camping trip the other day, about doing Thanksgiving at their house again. And of course they did invite my mother-in-law as well. If we do Thanksgiving there, she's definitely invited. And I don't know yet what my kids are doing. I have mentioned that both of my son-in-laws are law enforcement, so I never know their schedules, and they change just when you get used to. I used to know my older son-in-law's schedule a little better because I did more babysitting for them. They both work full-time, whereas Molly's a stay-at-home mom, and so when I'm watching the younger ones, it's usually just, you know, randomly here and there. It's not on a regular basis like I did Gavin and Harper. And I knew Brent's schedule because then I would know when my services were needed. But they're bigger now and they don't need me to watch them every day, so I lose track of what his work schedule is. Sarah's, it stays the same all the time, but his does change, so. Again, another nice piece and another nice scrap. We're almost done, guys. How's that for a quick mass make? Mass make Monday. We have some beautiful, eco-dye cards that can either be journal cards, pockets, tags, whatever you desire. It is getting cloudy over the mountains. I can see the mountains right outside I have a big window in my craft room. Well, I have two. One faces west towards the mountains and the other faces south towards the big cities, in reference to Los Angeles and that sort of thing. And yeah, I can see the mountains, and the clouds are definitely rolling in. So I've gotten all my chores done for today. I don't think I need to, I'm not cooking dinner because we've got to go to the hockey games. So probably eat out afterwards. I don't think we'll have time to eat before. And so I've got to go, and once I get this done, probably sit and edit a video, my previous video, which means I'll end up inevitably with Willow on my lap. It's really a rare time that I sit down that she isn't on my lap. Or Max too, but he's a little bit more independent. He likes to lay on the couch and look out the front window. That's kind of his jam. Watch the neighborhood, you know. He thinks he's in charge of the neighborhood, so he's the mayor. Just ask him, he'll tell you. All right, let me just get all this little bits and pieces picked up here. And, oh, wait a minute, we got one more. One more. Well, let's do this with our scissors then. Forgot we had one more underneath there. I was editing my last video and I was talking about some friends of ours that have a buffalo. And I finally got to, I've heard about the buffalo, but I'd never seen him or met him. And I finally got to meet the buffalo the other day. And I was talking about it in my video and my husband was sitting over there and he's like, well, that was random. Why'd you just start talking about a buffalo, the buffalo? I said, well, I don't really know. I just really wanted to mention the buffalo. I guess I don't know what the reason was, but I thought it was important. All right, let's take a look and see what we've got, guys. And I'm going to set these under the book too once I'm done here so that they don't curl. Isn't that pretty? And then by doing it that way on the back, you don't know what it's going to look like. I mean, it's a total surprise. And as I said, these are beautiful just as they are, or you can embellish them a little bit, and you certainly don't have to. So there we have 17 very quick journal cards, with the exception of having already printed out the digitals and already having the postcards coffee dyed. But you could coffee dye cardstock, cut it 4 to 6 inches, and there you go. Got the same thing. These are lovely. Aren't these going to be pretty in a fall journal or for fall tags, fall swaps? Oh, these are just so gorgeous. Thank you, TripleVVintage, for Eco Dyed Kit #1. I absolutely love it, and I'm glad I finally did something with these. So, all right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this Monday's Mass Make Monday. I hope it inspires you to get some ephemera pre-made. Maybe look in your stash, see what you've had for a while that you've forgotten about or that you'd like to get used up and out of the way so that you can bring more stuff in. All right, guys, take good care. Stay safe. Be kind to one another. Take care of yourself. And I will see you on Wednesday for What's on My Desk. All right, bye, guys. Thanks for watching.